how are you gaining traction with your YouTube page? If you're like me, you're finally seeing the value as far as personally. Now, I'll tell you, I've had my YouTube page since 2015. The way that I was using my YouTube page is I was searching for different videos, songs, maybe even music videos. I was learning about Brazilian butt lift surgery. So I would type that in and I would follow, certain creators that had BBLs and they vlogged their progress. That's how it's always been. That's fine. YouTube really was a great tool for me because I was able to watch these videos in excess. So I would be sitting down. I have art that I do. This is diamond painting, which this is something that I just started doing. You see the little diamonds on here? This is something that I just started doing during COVID. I don't remember how I exactly stumbled upon this, but the first two that I got was from, I went to Walmart, respectively. But then they didn't have a wide variety. So then, of course, we went to Amazon and checked to see what different type of these, was it 5D? 5D diamond portraits that I could do. So I knocked several of these out during quarantine. Now we're at the tail end of 2024, and I just started seeing YouTube in a different light. I really didn't think about being a content creator. Now, I'm in a different frame of mind. Now, I want to grow my YouTube following. And so it's hard for me. I'm 47. And now I'm like, okay, there's so much information. But how exactly do you navigate through YouTube? I know each platform is different. YouTube is different from Facebook, is different from Instagram, is different from TikTok. Then you have Pinterest, you have Twitter. Well, now Twitter is X, right? So you've got all LinkedIn, you've got all of these different platforms. How do you become successful on YouTube? And then I wonder, the things that I'm going through, will anybody relate? In addition to trying to figure out how can I navigate through YouTube. I don't know. I mean, I would think that I'm interesting. I would think that I would be able to get subscribers. But that's the thing that is kind of, I guess, discouraging, for lack of a better word, because you see all different types of content. You see people going on trips. You see people going furniture shopping. You see people going grocery shopping. You see people just in their houses lounging. And for whatever reason, I'll tell you, long story short, my mom passed away March 8th, 2022. I went into a depression, went through a fog the rest of 2022. And the majority of 2023, I just started waking up out of this depression December 2023. And now I have a different voice. Now I want to use my YouTube. I want to get monetized. Yes, I want to vlog. I want to be able to travel. And I want to be able to have my camera with me. I want to be able to have my phone with me. I want the little microphones with the little fuzzy ball on it. Things like that, that protects the wind so that you're able to give a clear broadcast. Me and two of my homegirls have Sporadic Flow podcast. So we have that as an outlet. there's a wide variety of people on here, and I don't know exactly where I fit in. So I know in the world there's over 8.2 billion people. That's according to Worldometer or Worldometer, depending on how you pronounce it. And it says Worldometer shows the live and updated population of the world, countries, regions, and religion. As of 2024, the world population is estimated at 8, and it's, I don't know if these numbers, if these babies are being born this quick, but it's like a clock. That's steady, steady ticking. Births today. So as of today, current world population, 8,187,400. 8,187. No, hold on. Like, there's something wrong with me? So that's billion. 8,180,000. I had to look at it. 8,187,045,750, and it's clock, 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 clock. It's steady going. So births today, there's been over 160,000 babies born so far. Deaths today, 78,000. Population growth today, 87,000, almost 88,000. So far, births this year, there has been 113,347,250 and counting. Deaths this year, 53,409,770, and it's counting. Population growth this year, 59,937,530 something. So these numbers are steady, steady growing. So there's a lot of people in this world. There's a lot of variety, but then figuring out where I fit in the mix. Where, or if I will have my, not just desserts, but my time in the sun, you know, people's personalities and things like that. It's hard to navigate, even when I'm focusing on myself. Still, how do I fit in the grand scheme of things? And that's pretty much where I am. But I do know that I want to use YouTube's platform to grow for Sporadic Flow podcast, and then also my personal page, which I have recently changed my personal page's name because I want it to be more of like, not a day in the life of type thing. But I want to share the things that Mr. and Mrs. Williams, they do in their life, the things that they experience, the things that they encounter, and share that with the world. And then also to be able to grow my subscribers, to have people want to subscribe to my channel, to have people want to view my videos without me having to be a snotty mess, me crying and things like that. I want to be able to enlighten. I want to be able to encourage. I want to be able to make people laugh. And so even having a space for people to vent without it being a whole big song and dance. But that's what I'm doing, is just trying to figure out exactly like where do I fit in everything. And it's not the easiest trying to figure that out, because I'll tell you, having a new desire to be a content creator, having a new desire for, okay, you know what? If I'm able to, God willing, I don't want to work outside of the home. I want to be able to work from home. I want to be able to travel all over the world. I want to be able to record. I want to be able to gather content and share it with the world, and then also get paid for that. Is that so hard? There's people out there that are all ages, you know, from minors to those who are, you know, up in age, lots of gray hair on their head. But, excuse me, figuring that out is where I am now. And so I would love to hear from anybody else out there that's trying to figure it out. figuring out how to title your videos, figuring out if you use hashtags, and if so, what does your hashtags need to say? What exactly do you put in your video description? Do you make reels all the time? Or is it okay to just record videos? I don't know. This is what I'm trying to figure out. And, you don't want to be the one that does something and you injure yourself, and that's how you end up going viral. Or God forbid something bad happens to you and you just happen to be recording, and that's how you go viral. But being able to truly be successful on YouTube, being able to truly be successful on Facebook, TikTok, etc., Instagram, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, and I'm not, trying to overdo it, but I will say this. I'm a nurse. I've been in the medical field since 1997. I was a medical assistant for almost 17 years, and then I went to school for nursing. I've been a nurse. January 2025 will be 11 years that I've been a nurse. And although it's a great career, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I feel like I'm more than just a nurse. I feel like I'm more than just a first responder. I feel like I'm more than just a medical professional. I have wants, I have desires, I have needs that have only started to come to the surface progressing through the latter part of my 40s. I'm 47, and never have I ever, never would I have ever thought that I would ever come to a point in my life where I didn't want to be a nurse. Excuse me for yawning. I didn't want to be a nurse. I didn't want to be, in the medical field, at least not full time. Before my mom passed away, we had things that we said we wanted to do, and we didn't get to do any of those things because my mom's health was so bad, and it got so bad unexpectedly that was all that consumed us. There was, she couldn't travel. And then having to work. There's so many hours in a day. We all have the same exact 24 hours, but the way that you spend your 24 hours a day is different than I would spend 24 hours in a day than how he or she would spend their 24 hours in a day. We still have that same time frame, but what exactly are you doing? And so that's pretty much where I am. I want to be successful on YouTube. I want to have thousands upon thousands of subscribers. And I want to be able to successfully share my thoughts. So this will be the first video in that mind frame, but not my first video that I've posted. And so I know, don't give up. You keep creating the content. You keep showing up every day. And I'll tell you, being on TikTok, I've had lives where only twice my live has ended. The first time I was driving when I went live, and I know I wasn't supposed to do that, but I had a few people say, oh, so-and-so went live and nothing happened to them. So I decided to do it 5 minutes in, my live ends. Now, this time, I went live today. Now I'm on a 72-hour block from going live because either somebody reported me or TikTok's AI felt that I had some kind of inappropriate speech because I was on a tangent, absolutely. But then when you're explaining to people, saying about yourself, like, I am not retarded, I am not remedial, none of my classes had carpet, I don't wear a helmet, I don't have a chin guard, I don't have elbow pads, I don't have knee pads, I'm not strapped into my chair. You know what I mean? You saying things like that, and then either TikTok or someone reports you for having hate speech. Really? You know what I mean? Or I had one guy that wanted to join my live, and I said no, but then I asked, like, yo, if you're still in here, why do you want to join my live? Like, what is it? I'm on here talking, so I know people are just scrolling, and maybe you get to the point where you just want anybody on your live, but how is it that I get banned just for regular conversation? Is it because I wasn't super nice, like Georgette from Mary Tyler Moore's show, and I'm not talking all super sweet, and Mother may I, Father may, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. We live in a rough world, and you've got all types of people with all types of attitudes, and meanwhile, I get banned for 72 hours because of quote unquote hate speech, because I said, people about stop assassinating my character, stop talking to me and dealing with me like as if I'm slow. TikTok don't want you saying that. So now I'm on punishment, and I said, you know what? This is my time to not only self-reflect, because I'm always, 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 and I try to stay in the mind frame where if I was wrong about something, then okay, I was wrong about something. It's time for you to correct it and continue on. But for the most part, like, I mean no harm. I want to be successful out here just like the next person. I want to be able to have people that see me and they're drawn to me. I don't know who those people are. I don't know where my audience lies, but I do know that I am in here for the long haul. I'm not, here today, gone tomorrow type thing. I do wish that I had the financial success that other people have, and I'm sure they're probably like, girl, I've been doing this for years and it just started working out. That very well may be the case, but I want to say that I want to have success. I will be successful. I just have to figure it out for myself. So if anybody else is out there and you're just getting started with your YouTube journey, what are you doing exactly to gain followers, subscribers actually, and then also your content? What are you doing to get the views? You know what I mean? Because obviously this is a whole world that I'm not familiar with, but I know that I am worthy of this success. So if you see this, please help a sister out. I only have 3 followers. Trying to make it. Happy Friday.